on now. You already know what this is. First things first. God did this. Don't get mad with us. I'm your humble host, your man, your myth, your legend, Eric Knight. And look, we got my man BJ Dixon in the building with us,
Yes,
man.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Look, I
Yes,
know it's been a
sir.
little minute, man. We ain't talking a little minute on nighttime. We've been talking on the panels. But look, I had to make sure if I wasn't gonna talk about nothing about AEW in a little minute, because it's criminal that I haven't been able to. And I'm sorry, AEW, for real, because y'all been deserving way more credit than y'all been getting from some of these other idiots. But that being said, man, look, y'all have been killing it. Y'all have been absolutely killing it. I mean, for the last 2 years, y'all have been going insane with it, and I love to see it, man. I love to see it. Hey, Empress, what's going on with you,
What's going
girl?
on, Empress?
Good
How
to
you
see you
doing,
joining
man?
on with us. Good to see you joining with us. Oh man, but yeah, I mean this was a great pay-per-view show. When we talk about some of the stuff that's happened on AEW, whether if it was just a pre-show or just the main card, this was an overall great show to watch, man. And honestly, let's go ahead and get right into it. Because even from the pre-show, I mean, we're gonna talk about that. Let's go ahead and talk about that 0 hour real quick. All right, that buy-in, Sky Blue. By the way, I thought this was crazy. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But Mika, okay, beating Sky Blue. And I ain't even gonna lie, man. This was kind of a shocker. I'm surprised in a lot of ways, man, with Sky Blue. It's like she's been having moments. I feel like she's had a lot of moments where it looks like she might be getting that next step,
Right.
but just ain't been getting there yet. But when it comes to Sky Blue, young in the game, she's been killing, especially in that Blood and Guts match. I mean, I still think she was one of the MVPs of that match. But I think I'm a Tony. I'm gonna give it some time now, and I get it. Because again, she part of that. The Triangles of Madness, the Sisters of Sin, which I ain't gonna lie, they have a spiritual chokehold on me when it comes to them. I ain't gonna lie, that might be wild to say, Lord of Lord, but I'm just saying. And I think when it comes to the just with Sky Blue, I think since she's in that the Sisters of Sin, I feel like later down the road they might be getting those AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. So, what's your thoughts about it, BJ? What you think, man?
Man, listen, this was a good match. I got to see a little bit of it. So, this was very, very good from what I got a chance to see. It was a very good match. I was surprised that Micah even won the match. Um, but I was very, very shocked with what I saw. Um, and just I'm glad to see some great cross promotional presence on this pay per view. I mean, even though yes, it is Forbidden Door, I really did enjoy the cross promotional presence on this show.
Yeah, yeah, man. And I was saying this, when I was talking about even Night of Champions, man. This is what you gotta love about pro wrestling. Seeing all these different promotions working together, making this great show. You're seeing how the people loved it. This is one of these things I talk about. When you include all types of wrestling and you let it all kind of just be what wrestling is, you see how the money just naturally flows in. It
Right,
ain't got something
right.
you gotta force. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing I loved about it. And honestly, man, Tony, again, you're doing God's work for real. But let's talk about this next one real quick, man. And I love to see this. Uh, right here. Oh man, first of all, the Divine Dominion beating Thunder Rosa and Olympia. Now, I'm not even gonna lie. This was another good match right here. Now, in a lot of ways, and I say this in a lot of ways too, man. I'll be honest with you. Okay. The Divine Dominion alone. Megan Bain. Okay. Let's just get that. Megan Bain. Okay. Just oh man. I love this. I really did. This was a hard hitting match. This was one of those matches where I said to myself, yeah, see, this is why I feel like the Divine Dominion. This is a dominating title reign. And I loved how even though they was probably the most dominant, they've had a very dominant reign. This was one of those matches I felt like it took, it literally took, the Divine Dominion up to another level. I feel like it really did. I feel like because when we're sitting there looking at a lot of the matches that they've done, some, been some, like the match with Ty Conti and Anna Jay when they went up against them. Great match on Collision. I thought that was great. Definitely had me sold to where I thought they might almost lose it, but it's the Divine Dominion. What the hell we talking about when it comes to them? But all in all, if we're talking about this match specifically, this was probably one of the most hard hitting matches that I love to see from the Divine Dominion, and especially because you had Thunder Rosa in this, so I felt like you had to make this a hard hitting match, and I loved it. I loved every single thing about it. But yeah, overall, I again, we didn't even get to the main card yet, and those two matches were bangers. BJ, what's your thoughts, man? What you think?
So, guys, I don't watch 0 hours often, but when I do, these types of matches sell the pay per view for me. So, this match was a very very good match. I was very surprised with how Thunder Rosa, seeing that she is going back to her old self again, that she's feeling like OG Thunder Rosa once again. So,
Yeah.
I'm anticipating, rather. I'm anticipating what she will do next. I really am.
Yeah, yeah, man. Because I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. The work she did, even the promo that she cut on Collision when she was
Yeah,
talking to
yeah.
Mega Man, and I said, nah, bruh, this woman's got a fire lit under her, and I love to see it, man. I really did. I thought
And
they did
and
great.
even with her injury last year and how she was talking about how she wanted to be showcased more and like she was asking, what do I have to do to win a title? What do I have to do to do all these different things? And I think it has really shown her, okay, if I need to win the title, if I need to be recognized, I gotta go back out here and do some more different things.
Yeah, 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 man. And I think she showed that very well. I think she did, man. Hopefully, we'll see. Maybe she might go back for that TBS title down the road. Or maybe even a women's title. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Thunder Rosa versus Tekla, I think that would definitely cook. So we'll see. We'll see. But let's talk about, man, come on. Let's talk about the
Yes,
greatest tag
sir.
team of all time. And I ain't gonna lie. Immediately when I seen this, I said it's the Bucks. What are we talking about? When I see these guys, I get nothing but a bunch of damn rock chills. Man, I love this. El Sky team. What you name? By the way, Mystico, you've been going crazy, bruh. Okay. Going against the Unbound and the Young Bucks. And the Young Bucks getting the dub in the three-way tag team match. Now, look, this was an ultimate banger. I love how this went. I said to myself, nah, bruh, y'all are doing more than just cooking with this. I think y'all got something with this, 100%. Um, Overall, I love this. I love this. I think 100% when we look at what was done, especially, and I've said this plenty of times before, especially when it comes to the Bucks, right? When it comes to the Bucks, when do you not see a great match from these men? When? When do you not? It's literally impossible. There's never been a time when I've said to myself, nah, this match ain't a banger. Nah, this match ain't cooking. Nah, these men ain't going crazy. Cause they go crazy every single time. I can't tell you how many times I've sat here and watched these men literally just give a perfect match every time consistently. And I say this because I know for a fact if I ever watch these men get old, which I know for 100% of fact it's going to happen, I will be the saddest man alive to watch these men retire. The same way I damn near almost cried to see my man Adam Cole, baby, have to retire temporarily, allegedly, because he might still come back. But whenever the
Hmm.
Young Bucks, I mean, when they get old, I'm gonna be a hurting man every day. Hurting man, because I can't see the greatest of all time really go back and do it again. Now, BJ, I know you got a few breakdowns with this, so let's go ahead and talk about it because I love how you had this whole setup for it, man. Let's go ahead and break this down. I
Break
thought
it
this was
down.
great right here, man. This was really, really good right here.
Yes, sir.
Overall,
So,
man, let's talk about it.
okay, so this is BJ's breakdown, everybody. So this match was a great high flying match. I really enjoyed how everybody got their shine. I also enjoyed how they let everybody get their spots, and they let everybody from Shingo Takagi and everybody just show off the different varieties of styles. So as I do it on the Future Shock way, I'm gonna say there was 8 out of 5 lightning bolts. Could have been 9, but for me and for this opening match, it was a fantastic opening match. I'm gonna give it 8 out of 5, 8.5 lightning bolts for the Future Shock way.
I feel that. I feel that, BJ. Yeah, I definitely feel that. For me, I might be a little biased, and I say it myself all the time. I might be a little biased, because when it comes to the Bucks, it's damn near guaranteed 10 lightning balls. I say it for the future Shockwave. But for me, man, I'd have to give that thing a 10, man. I said to myself, man, these boys ain't nobody miss. Mystico did his
Yes,
thing. And again,
yes,
Mystico has been cooking on MLW. He's been, man, this has been a
yes,
bit that man has
yes.
been working. Keep doing what you're doing, man. For real.
Mystico, one thing I will say about Mystico is like this man never ceases to amaze me with how well he can perform in the ring, and even with Mascara Dorada being his tag partner and doing all the things that he's doing, I cannot wait to see what they continue to do next. And I might even have to peek into CMLL to see how well they're defending those CMLL tag team titles as well, and those Ring of Honor tag team titles as well, because
Yeah, man.
they're on a generational run right now.
Now, yeah, they really are, man. They really are. But let's talk about this generational run that we seen right here. And I thought this was a great match. I
Ooh.
said, my God. And by my God, I'm talking about the
Mm.
wrestling god himself, Kenny Omega. Come on,
Mm.
man. Zack Sabre Jr. This was an instant classic. As
Yes.
soon as I seen these boys come out, man, man, look, I said, what I said, Jamie Denzel, where y'all at? I said, okay, all right, okay, okay, all right.
All right, okay, all right, okay. I'm just saying.
I'm telling you, man, this was a banger. 100%.
Yes,
I
sir.
man. No, not that one. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, 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 Mr. Cole and Prince.
Hey, that was funny right there, boy. That was funny. Oh man, but yeah, I thought this was a great match. I love to see how this match went. Overall, I mean, this was a banger. Kenny Omega. We talking about the wrestling god. What else are we saying here? Okay, I loved every single thing about this. The V triggers. I mean, the hard hitting matches. When Zack Sabre Jr. had Kenny Omega by the announce table, all right, hitting his submit. I said, my God, you men are insane, sir. I love
Yes.
this, man. Love to see what Kenny Omega was doing. This was great showing for Zack Sabre Jr. Love to see both of these guys. And it shows again, Zack Sabre Jr., you still couldn't get the job done when you come up against a wrestling guy. Sorry, not
Yes,
sorry. That's just
sir.
how it go. That's just how it go. BJ, what's your thoughts? What you think, man? Because I know for this one, you also had another breakdown for this one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I did. This was the classic striker versus technician bout. This was a great match. Really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed how Jack Saber was targeting each and every limb for Kenny Omega. He really did a great job just doing different arm bars and everything else. And then when it came to the end of the match, when Kenny Omega hit that one wicked angel and got the 1, 2, and the 3, we got a winner in Kenny Omega. I also really like the spot where um Zack Sabre Jr. countered out of the one wicked angel and got put him into a submission, put Kenny into a submission hold. That was a very good um way of I've never seen somebody counter out of it like that before. And that was a very good way of just showing different styles of how they wrestled. So I really enjoyed this match. And I got into it. Basically, it was a 9 out of 10 for me. 9 out of 10 Lightning Bolts to Future Shockwave, and 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10 stars for the Xclusive Knights.
I feel that one, man. I feel that. Yeah, man. Look, 100%. This match cooked. This match 100% did cook. And I thought this was again, a classic. This is what I be telling people, man. Look, there comparison to Night of Champions, when I damn near kept falling asleep on every single match. This was one of those pay-per-views where I said to myself, man, I can't even doze off. If I'm dozing off, it's because it's late at night. And y'all know how
Yeah,
AEW do. It's a lot
yeah,
of matches. Look, and I said this
yeah.
before. The only thing I look, Tony, I'm not gonna cap. You cooked when you did the pay-per-view at 2 p.m. Please go back to that.
Yes,
Please.
all out ended at 8 o'clock that night, and I was able to actually go out and do a little bit
Right, you know what I'm
after.
saying? I was able to go to the store and grab some stuff, grab some groceries real quick. So I thought, man, look, please, if you can, Tony, go back to the 2 p.m. shows. I feel like that would just be the best thing, man, because I'd be wanting to stay. Sometimes I'd be mad if I doze off. I'd be pissed off if I miss something. So look, that's just my request. All right, look, just let's do the 2 p.m. Let's cook. Let's make it a new wave. Make it a new wave. We already get 10 to 11 classic matches, depending on what the pay-per-view is. But I'm just saying, man, let's do the 2 p.m.s. Let's keep these people up. Shoot, I wanna be able to come out, leave out the house about 7, 8 o'clock, and still be like, man, look, I might go to my friend's house. I might just go for a walk.
Yes,
Tony, that's it, man. I ain't got no problems with you doing. I'm
because
just throwing
walk,
in a
yeah,
suggestion.
because walking is good for your mental health, wrestling fans. So it's good to
There it
do
is. Touch
that.
grass, because a lot of y'all don't be doing that. So make sure y'all touch some grass, damn it. Oh man, but let's talk about this next match, man, because this was also a banger, man. I mean this match here, this match right here. Come on,
Ooh, I got came out with the with the singlet on. Come on now, come
man.
on.
Shada versus Pac. This was crazy. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. This match was hella physical. I 100% thought Pac had this at least like 5 times in this match. A lot
Yes,
of close calls. I was like, man, Pac is doing the thing. Now, Pac is another one. I ain't gonna lie. Even like what I said with Sky Blue, Pac is another one. I feel like it's been a little minute since he's had a title. And I would have thought this might have been the one. But what I loved about Forbidden Door was the mixture of which promotion won the matches. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just
yes,
all AEW that just won. It was all right, New Japan won here. AEW wins here. You know what I'm saying? You know, like maybe somebody from CMLL wins here. Like it's a very good balance of
yes,
okay, this is realistic. It's not like I would say when some other companies from somewhere else that we know partner with a quote unquote partner with another company, and it's just a domination of just one company winning every match. That's the difference
absolutely,
between this, and I love this. I love
indubitably,
this.
absolutely.
Mm.
Mm.
So I like
Ooh.
what you said about this, Empress. This is a good question. This is a good question. So if you ask me, right, classic match, I could give an example of Adam Hangman Page going up against John Moxley at All In, right?
Hmm.
A
Hmm.
classic match, I think, there's a lot of factors to it. It's the setup, the build, the story that you put behind it. Then when you have
Hmm.
that ending, that what's the word for it? I'm trying to think for the phase. When you have that perfect setup for
Hmm.
the climax of the match, and the stories being told within the whole match, the
Hmm.
crowd is involved, the commentary is superb at that point. The crowd
Yes,
and the crowd is a big part of it, because the crowd has to be so involved, because you can have a great match, and Mr. Exclusive, so we was talking about this a couple weeks ago. You can have a great match, but if the crowd ain't into it, nobody's going to be paying attention, and it adds that extra factor, and you need that commentary team to kind of build and tell that story and kind of get you caught up in case if you didn't know. But even if they telling that story within the match, and they're kind of describing those things, and they're kind of breaking those things down to you in the match, that's part of it. Then of course it becomes the magic, the aura. What are you doing in that match to make this feel like it's real, makes it feel personal? And that's what John Moxley and Adam Hangman Page did in that match. John Moxley had that title in that briefcase for
hmm
9 months. You ain't seen the title. It still had Brian Daniels' title plates on it. So you knew the man ain't even touched the title. They kept it in that briefcase. People for months were saying, we hate this. We can't stand this. When are we going to see the title? I said, if y'all want to see the title, you can just look it up. Go on Google. Y'all want to be this upset about it. But I love what John Moxley was doing even in that time. He was telling people, what are you going to do for this title? You're not going to go to the limits. And Adam Hangman Page went those limits. He told that story before. And then even with him and Swerve talking and everything with that, and everybody coming and aiding Adam Hangman Page to defeat the Death Riders, whether it was Prince Nana handcuffing Marina Shafir. And then, we had Samoa Joe and the Ops coming out there. Like, and some people would say, oh, well, is it the same way as Cody versus Roman at 40? Yes, I could say that was a classic match because it definitely gave that magic as well. But this one was a little bit different. That
Mhm.
specific story, that specific match was a little bit different because this was Adam Hangman Page's redemption story. Everyone know, oh, I'm trying to finish the
Mhm.
story.
Mhm.
This was his redemption story.
And story,
And that
yes,
ending, and I mean, when you're seeing grown men crying in that crowd. Shout out to Mid South, Ovi Dub, Hills for Life, Chris, all of them was out there. They seen grown men crying in that crowd.
yes,
That match was a classic. I could go back now and watch that. But a lot of times it's a lot of those things. It's the really the wrestling more than anything. That
yes,
wrestling, I feel like
absolutely.
it's a key thing. The move set, how are y'all doing the sequences? That plays the big part. Um, the crowd, the
Mhm.
commentary. That is to me is what makes a classic match. You can have some really good near falls, really good devastating moves that look so good to where you'll think, damn, I think it's over. And just at the clear, like the closest near fall, like those moments, man, you can't give that up, man. And sometimes a classic match
Mhm.
too, you can still relive those same moments and those same feelings in the match and still be like, man, I don't know who's going to win. Knowing you already seen this match about 15, 16, 17 damn times, but it still gives that feeling of, I don't know who's going to win this. And that to me
And
is what I think is a classic match.
mhm. So when I think about classic matches, Empress, I think of matches like like Ricky Steamboat versus Ric Flair and Mr. Perfect versus Bret Hart, and I think about Undertaker versus Batista at WrestleMania 23. I think about all those different matches, and I think about the stories that built up to those matches. I think about when I think about the Ricky Steamboat and Ric Flair Iron Man match. I think about how well detailed that match was, and how each and every fall they had you thinking who's going to win this fall, who's going to win this match. And even with Mr. Perfect and Bret Hart, the entire story was Mr. Perfect's entire thing was Bret Hart, you're excellent, but you're not perfect. And he was trying to prove in that entire story, okay, Bret Hart, you might be the essence of execution, but I'm still Mr. Perfect. So there were stories building in that, and then obviously for a modern day classic, I would say Mox and Hangman to concur everything what Eric said as well. So that's what I define as a as classic matches.
Yeah. Yeah, man. There's it's so much that's to it.
If I
It's a
seem a
lot of
little passionate
factors.
guy, if I seem a little passionate, guys, it's because I love the game. I got love for the game, dog.
Man, hey, thanks. Appreciate that, Empress. Appreciate that.
Hmm.
But yeah, but let's talk about this next one, man, because I ain't even gonna lie. This was another banger, man. This right here. Come on. Come on, man. I absolutely thought this was a great tag team match. And again, I've said it before, but I'm a wait because of course y'all need to know who won this match, if anything. We had Christian Cage and Adam Copeland going up against the dogs, okay? The damn dogs. Man, but I
The
love this.
dogs.
Okay, we had them beating the dogs, and I thought this was good, man. This was a great match. What I'll say is this: I don't give a damn this is not. The funny thing is, y'all can say, "Wow, we got Christian and Edge for you tribals out there. Oh, we have Christian and Edge as tag team champions. Oh, talk about nostalgia. The funny thing is, this nostalgia run makes sense. No, the difference is there's story behind this. We had a year and a half of a build to this. When it came to Adam Copeland and FTR, that whole thing with Nick Wayne, everything with Nick Wayne and Christian Cage, how that whole thing came about. Patriot, man, what? How those two, how everything that happened with them individually brought them together. And now these two are literally your AEW tag team champions. And this run makes sense. This run is the run where I'm like, yeah, these guys can still go. It ain't like they just threw this together and said, hey, look, I guess your twin can't make it, but let's just get somebody else to fill in.
Ain't that something?
Crazy. Overall, though, love the match. Hard hitting. Love to see. First of all, I ain't even gonna lie, man. I think the way how they played, they was playing the injury for Christian Cage, like that arm, that's classic wrestling IQ right there. I love that. Pick a body part and focus on it and make that part of the story. And they've been doing that for the last few weeks with Christian Cage in his arm. I love this whole match. This was great. This was perfect. At first, when they first did it, I said, I don't really know. But again, Tony, you're cooked up. I'm going to still give this one a 9 out of 10. I'd probably give it a 10 out of 10 because, again, I still don't think not a match disappointed me at all, especially if we're talking about the wrestling sequences, the move sets. I think everything as a whole, I think that every single match gave it. But BJ, I know you had a breakdown for this one as well. So go ahead and tell me your thoughts, man. What you think about this whole thing?
Okay, so for this match, I will say this for BJ's breakdown. I will say this. This was a very, very good match. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that spot where Clark Connors and Edge both went for the spear, and then they both, and then both of them missed each other. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed the spot where Cope um was literally just slugging it out with, I think it was David Finlay, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Um and I just really like seeing Christian even get some offense in, even though he still has an injury, he was able to just kind of um soldier through it in a sense. And also the obvious thing that excited me the most was my main man, the Switchblade, Jay White, returning tonight, returning last night rather, and
Yeah, man. Oh my
that
God.
that was that
The
was
Swiss
unexpected.
made.
That was so unexpected. Because no reports came out, no anything. So I'm very surprised. I was very surprised by that. So
Yeah,
for
man.
me, this was an 8.5 out of 10. This was very good. I wish they would have saved that. They would have saved Jay White's return for the very end of the match, like right when Cope and Christian had won. I wish they would have just like let the lights go out then, and then Jay White comes out. But that's the only thing that I wish would have happened.
I feel that. Yeah, I feel like they still executed it really well.
Hmm.
Like I think overall they still showed because it had me surprised. I said, hold on, wait a minute. I said, what's going on? Hold up. I said, I know that who I think it is. I said, hold on now. Do I gotta get Don Callis? Because I think I do. This deserved a bunch of Don Callis.
Yes,
Just got very rich from taking out Jet Speed, and it's Jake Doyle. This guy is an animal, and this guy is an animal, and we're gonna kill some people. That's what we're gonna do. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? This is gonna be great. Ow. Let's go out.
Come on, man.
yeah,
Ethan. Come on, man. Man, great match. But let's talk
yes,
about this next one, man, because I'm not even gonna lie. This was another banger. Right. Again, I can literally say this was another because every single match really was.
yes.
Come
It
on,
just kept
man.
coming. It just kept coming. It just
Yeah,
kept
pause.
coming.
That was crazy. That was
Yeah,
crazy.
that was crazy.
That
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 was
was crazy.
crazy.
That was. Well, let's talk about this one, man. John Moxley going up against Bandito for the Continental Championship. Now, look, this was a great match. I said, my God, Mox, my God, but Bandito overall, man. Look, even though Bandito didn't get the win in this, even though Moxley pretty much made Bandito pass out, and I thought that was great. By the way,
Yes, absolutely.
I loved how Moxley ripped the mask of Bandito, and you seen the blood, you just seen the sweat. I said, "Damn, Bandito look great." And then the angle they had of Bandito and Mox when Bandito's mask was halfway ripped, and you seen
Yeah,
part of his face.
yeah,
I said, "Yo, if this don't make me feel like I'm watching Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man." Going
yes,
up against Green
yes.
Goblin. I said, my God, just the damaged mask. And then I said, bro, this is what I'm talking about, man. Denzel,
Storytelling and intentionality.
man. uh, Denzel, where you? Come on, bro.
All right, okay. All right, okay. Now I'm just saying.
Man, come
I'm
on.
leaving with something.
I'm leaving with something. And we did. We left with nothing but classics, man. This was so good, man. I said, my goodness. The near fall. This what we was talking about. The near falls. Everything. Now, to be
Absolutely.
honest, I thought Brody King. I've been saying this, man. I'm waiting on Brody King to turn on Bandito one of these days, man. It's
I
coming,
thought at the
bruh.
end, I thought at the end of it, I was a little scared because like when he came out, I said, Brody.
That right. And I was like, bruh, he might turn on him right here. But I guess since we already had Kevin Knight turn on Speedball, Tony ain't gonna have everybody just turning on people for a good minute.
Oh
So,
no.
which I'm okay with. I just thought, man, I loved it. But I'm telling you, Brody King, I'm skeptical on him, man. I feel like every time when Bandito get a title match and he be right next to Brody, I be looking at Brody like, let me see how you gonna react to this. Let me see
Hmm.
your face expression. Cause I'm telling you, man, I'm seeing it. There's a couple of times he done got looked over and Bandito got picked and didn't get the job done, bro. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm skeptical, but we gonna see. We gonna see, man. We are definitely gonna see about it. I know you had a breakdown on this BJ as well. So go ahead and tell me your thoughts, man. What you think about this whole thing, man.
All right. So this is BJ's breakdown, everybody. So BJ's breakdown of the Continental Championship between Moxley and Bandito. I'm going to say this. This was an intense and bloody battle between two valiant warriors of the sport. I will say this also. Bandito got some color in this match. Moxley tried everything in his arsenal from his submission attacks and everything. This was a very, very brutal match. And I will honestly say that after the win by submission, because Bandito did pass out, like my brother Eric said, I'll give this an 8.5 out of 10. This was a very, very good match. Very good.
Very good, man. Very good match indeed, man. And I'm saying, man, this was one of those, man. Like I just, people gotta understand, like this, this was a classic. This was against Storch, and I love how John Moxley even at the end gave that respect to Bandito. I'm like, man, come on, bro. But it's the aura on Mox, man. When he come out, man, I I love it. I love it. But let's talk about this one, man, because I thought this was another instant classic. Y'all know how I feel about my girl Tekla. I've been saying this. She's part of the Triangle of Madness. She's one of the three women that's got me in a spiritual chokehold right now because I love the Lord. But I love this. I
Mhm.
love this 100%. I thought this was great. Tekla, okay, getting the dub. And by the way, I love how Tekla did. You dumb. I, I ain't gonna lie, bro. She be killing it with that on the mic, man. I love it. But yeah, this was a classic match right here. I loved everything that these women did in here. This was one of those again where it was the AEW versus New Japan, and we kind of seen that whole thing really kind of playing the factor. Again, Tekla told that story before. I hate Stardom. I'm sick of Stardom. I can't stand New Japan. I don't give a damn. And she even said, I don't even give a damn about AEW. I said, yo, shorty, chill. You on the contract. How you gonna say I'm gonna come to New
I'm
York?
like,
So where you
I'm
gonna
like,
work at? Tekla Incorporated? I mean, I'd sign up, I guess. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, I said, man, this is crazy. But I loved it, man. Tekla did what she said she was gonna do, and I love to see
mhm.
this from Tekla, man. BJ, what's your thoughts, man? What you think?
Man, listen, this was a great match. I really enjoyed the high flying from Starlight Kid. It was my first real introduction of seeing her. I had seen clips of her before,
Yeah.
but I'd never seen a full blown match of hers. So I was very excited to see this match. Really enjoyed it. Loved the interaction between Tekla and Mr. Okada
Yeah.
as well on, on the barricade. That was phenomenal. That
Yeah.
was phenomenal. Um, and
I'll
then when
come and
Tekla
slap you
won,
if I want to.
and then the funny thing is when his face when Tekla won, I wish we were taking a picture of it. And that was comedy. That was comedy gold. I'm not even gonna hold you. So this was a great match. Great match.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. See, like one thing I love about it, with the crossovers, that there it's not just New Japan or CMLL, just going to AEW. Nah, it's going both ways. Even Pac went to New Japan when he did his attack. Tekla did the same thing, and I love this. This was good, man. Man, I loved it. I loved it, 100%, 100%, man. I just, it's one of those things where I've been saying, man, I just do not think people understand what AEW is truly doing out here. I don't think so. I don't think enough people know.
Yeah, yeah.
But let's talk about this because it's another thing I don't think people understand and people really know. Because when we talk about this, come on, man. First of all, shout out to Tony Khan.
CEO.
One thing I love to see was two black women in the damn finals. First and foremost. First and foremost, I loved it. And matter of fact, because of that, this is getting nothing but a bunch of damn rock chill. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I love this. This was black excellence at its best. Look, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I love to see this. I
Yeah.
love to see this. This was nothing but a bunch of rock kills. Look, this is the CEO we talking about, and I had a lot of questions about this match because the first thing I said to myself was, and we was even talking about it on the cookout. Shout out to my man Chris. We talked about this. I said, well, are they going to give her this? Are they going to give Maya World this match? And they're gonna let her win this because the death of her brother. And I was like, I don't know if they're gonna go with the sympathy route, but they said, nah, hell no, we ain't doing that. Y'all thought, but we still gonna go with Mercedes, and I'm glad because the first thing I said was if she loses that title, that's the last title she got. That Owen Hart title, that's the only title she got. So she loses that title, she gonna crash out and go crazy, or she keeps it.
Hmm.
Hey, we gonna see her get another 13 again. So or another 12, or maybe no, it not. It might be
Yeah.
another 13, and she'll be 14 belts Monet for
Yeah.
26 and 27. So we'll see, man. But I know you also had a breakdown for this, man. So go ahead and talk about it. Give your thoughts, man. What you think about it.
Okay. So for this Mercedes and Monet and My World match, I will say this for BJ's breakdown. I will say this. This was a great match. I really enjoyed the spots, the numerous meteors in this match, and then I believe it was a tope suicida that My World did to Mercedes on the outside. Mercedes going for the Monet Maker and getting the near fall. I really enjoyed Maya doing the statement maker, I mean not statement maker, the statement maker. I'm sorry, yes, statement maker.
Yeah.
And
Used to be the bank statement. Yeah, it used
yes,
to be.
yeah. I always get them mixed up every time. But the statement maker submissions, Maya put Mercedes into the statement maker submission, and Mercedes transitioned over into her own statement maker submission, and we got the tap out by submission. This was a 9 out of 10 for me. I really enjoyed this match. A lot of people have been saying this was the longest women's match on pay per view. Um, I'm hoping that's not
I'm
the,
okay with that. Even if that
but
was the case, I'm okay with that for real.
but I'm glad that two incredible, beautiful black women got the opportunity to showcase their skills on at a stage like this. So I'm very I was very excited, and I was proud of my world for giving such a valiant effort. This was a
Yeah,
good match.
and part of the three, they was part of a 3-part main event. So that says a
Yes.
lot, Tony. Keep doing your thing, man. For real, man. I've been saying that, man. Keep doing it because we proud of you. I'm for sure damn proud of you, honestly. But let's talk about this one, man, because we talk about chaos.
Woo.
Chaos. Okay. Look, we had MGF and the Don Callis family going up against the conglomeration, Darby Allen and Konosuke Takeshita. This was another brutal banger of a match. This was a steel cage match. All right, look, this is everything what a steel cage match should have felt like. Now, look, I said this yesterday talking about the steel cage match from Seth and Braun. It did not have that same feeling.
Hmm.
I felt like I was entertained. This was bloody. This was gory. This was everything you kind of wanted it to happen to be. And honestly, with the conglomeration, Darby and Takeshi getting the dub, Andrade turns on the Don Callis family, which I thought was crazy because I wouldn't have thought that Andrade would have turned so fast. But I love this. And I've been saying this with the Don Callis family. Look, when you put in the Don Callis family, there is character development that is about to be made. Look at my man Trent. Trent about to be next. Kevin Knight, know what I mean? But it's like you add one, another one comes out, a new character has developed, and I love it. I love it. Yeah, all 12 of them.
Yes,
All
yes.
12 of them.
And what I loved about the steel cage was it was a circular one. I like how they're taking a risk and doing new types of designs like this.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Matter of fact, BJ, go ahead and give your breakdown, man, because I know you had a lot for this one on this breakdown, man. Give your thoughts, man. What you think about it?
Oh, that's the one for
Oh,
the
I didn't.
swerving.
Hold on. I didn't. No, my computer. Uh-oh. The devil working hard. Hold on, y'all. Give me a sec. Ah. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see what's going on now. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Give me a second. Go ahead, BJ. Give your thoughts, man, about it. Go ahead and talk
Okay,
about it real
so
quick. I got you, man.
so for the match between Team MJF and Team Briscoe, this was a great match. Really enjoyed the Leo Rush spot where he came out of the bag. Enjoyed the spot where Darby went through the tags. Briscoe went through the tags. We also got a babyface turn for Andrade, and that was a great match. I really enjoyed how they built the anticipation for MJF taking the Dre Driller and for him and Briscoe to finally throw hands once more. So that was something that I really enjoyed. Um, but for this 12-man cage match, I would give it a 9 out of 10. This was a this was a great match.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely was. It was definitely one of those great ones where I thought, and I'm so mad because, the devil's, I know this how I know we cooking for real because the devil really working now, boy. I tell you, he is working hard. Oh,
Yeah,
man. But the school's not going to be working harder
nice
every
work
time,
harder.
man.
Yep.
That's how it go, man. Y'all already know. But yeah, I mean, really talking about just this whole match, um, or really just this whole show before we really get into the main event, which I know we already kind of got up right now. Really going into the totality of the main event, and really just the whole show. I think again the pacing of the matches were what we wanted it to be. It
Hmm.
was everything we it should have been when it comes to looking at a pay-per-view, the build of it. This felt like it was going to be fire. They built this up very well. We even at times we was like, well, I don't really know how to feel about it. And I think they over delivered with it. I really think
Yes,
they did.
yes,
I think 100% when I'm looking at just the work that has been done, whether we're talking about the pre-show or if we're talking about, the main show, like the main card.
correct.
I mean, even the pre-show matches could have been on the main card. You know, like that's how good it was to just watch them work. That's how good it was. I said to myself, man, like the women, I think over delivered. And I'm excited even for that TBS title, 6 woman, the pack title
The
match that they
the
got.
uh the survival of the fittest, yes. See.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see how they handle that. I really can't.
yeah, man, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be one of those where I'm gonna say to myself, man, look, it's wild because really looking at it, who do I really want to see get that title? Low key, I ain't gonna lie. I'm okay to see my girl Queen Aminata win that. I'd love to see Queen Aminata win that, man. She has been, I think, since she's been back, she's been phenomenal. I think her return, even when she came back and lost, I said, all right, she got one loss and whatever. But since then, she's come back and has done nothing but great work. And I think that's just like the perfect way how you bring somebody back from an injury. Like that,
Yes.
the way they presented her, the way they brought her back. And what I love about it, people love Queen Aminata. I love the Queen. I love Queen Aminata. Man, look, every time I see Queen, I said, there go the Queen right there. She just knows, man, she just really knows what she's doing up in there, man. And again, to see the black girl magic, I'ma always be proud of that regardless. But
Yes.
I mean, man, like it's one of those, man. I'm just like, yo, how could you not see this woman and say she's not cooking? Honestly, how could you?
Yes. Yes.
Like, there's
Uh,
no way you look at what she's doing and be like, nah, she all right. She might be all right. Nah, bruh. Stop the
no,
cap. That woman's
Queen Amana,
cooking.
yeah, Queen Amana is nice with it. Like if you don't like Queen Amana, something wrong with you. That was wrong with you. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Like, that's what I'll be telling people,
I
man. Look, and,
mean,
and what I love about the fans, man, like the AW fans is different. It's not no, oh, well, let's try to figure it out and see what we can do. Nah, it's really more the fact of, okay, let's see how these wrestlers are, and we're not gonna judge them based off the color of their skin. That's
right.
what I love. We like to see what they do in the ring. I love that. I love that. All right, we back. We good. So BJ, go ahead and give your actual breakdown because I know now we got it right here.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and
Okay.
talk about it.
All right. Thank you, Lord. So for the breakdown for the 12-man, they called it Death's Door steel cage match. So that's what they called it on the commentary table. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say now, Andrade. I want to highlight this moment right here. Andrade turned on MJF. That was a great moment. We had a slugfest between Kazuchika Okada and Konosuke Takeshita. You had a they built the anticipation for MJF and Briscoe to touch to throw hands during the match.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, as you see as you see in the picture here, Briscoe and Darby Allin went through thumbtacks. Everybody
Shout
got
out
a
to
spot in
Darby,
this
by the way,
match.
for getting married and then his mom putting
Yes,
him on some
yes,
thumbtacks.
yes, yes. Shout out to Swerve too for going to the wedding, like, cause he was in all black because he didn't want nobody to know he was there, but he was there too. Um, but shout out to Darby and congratulations on your nuptials. Sorry, pray that you have many years with your wife, good brother. Um, However, this match hit its climax when Mark Briscoe hit the Dre Driller on Jake something and pinned him for the
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, and the 3. So we will see Mark Briscoe versus MJF at next week's Dynamite. Now, my prediction is I think that Briscoe probably will lose this match because I think that
Mm-hmm.
MJF's gonna hold on to that title until maybe redemption, where a certain gentleman from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada will take it from him.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. I feel like that's gonna be definitely something. It's like few people, because we know Adam Heyman Page ain't about to win that title back from MJF. That's already gone.
Hmm.
Possibilities. Well, when we gonna talk about in a minute, we know Swerve ain't gonna be able to do nothing with that. Not right now. So it's like it's Will Ospreay, Mark Briscoe, Darby took it from him, and now MJF done took it back. So yeah, man, I feel like if anybody gonna take that title from MJF, it's probably got to either be Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega. I really think either one of those two. And I wouldn't even say MJF. Just right now, he's on that heel run. Not MJF. I wouldn't even say Swerve, since Swerve is on that heel run right now. So I can't even see him taking it from
Hmm.
MJF. But I
Hmm.
could see the Billy Goat, Will Ospreay, taking it from him, and then maybe Swerve taking that title from Will Ospreay. So
Yes,
I
yes,
can see that. The
yes,
story's there.
yes. There are so many different directions they can go. And I've been hearing a lot of people say, "Oh, Kenny Omega versus MJF would be a good match of redemption," or Hangman coming back and costing MJF, or like I've heard so
Mm,
many different scenarios, and I'm also not gonna put any predictions out there. I'm just gonna just say I'm just gonna keep watching and enjoy and see what
yeah.
happens.
Yep. Yep. And let's talk about this last one, man, because this was the ultimate banger classic of them all. Come on, man. Swerve going up against Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay, the damn Billy Goat, getting the dub over Swerve. And I ain't gonna lie, I was a little hurt. I was. Because I did want to see my man Swerve get it. I ain't gonna cap. I just thought, I guess it's Swerve, bro. Like Swerve got to be in it. But at the same time, I knew from the way Will Ospreay was cutting those promos for the last few weeks, man, there was no doubt in my mind that the Billy Goat they call Will Ospreay, I was no doubt in my mind he was winning this. That he wasn't winning. I was
Mhm.
like, nah, bro. They about to be in London. He talks about Wembley the way he does. The story's there. Tony, again, you've seen the story there, and you're making it work. And I love this. This was a great, great match. A lot of times I thought Swerve had this, but Will Ospreay, man, you being the Billy Goat. Yeah, you the damn Billy Goat, bro. For real. Congratulations on that. BJ, what's your thoughts, man? What you think? I know you had a last breakdown for this one, so let's talk about it.
All right, so for BJ's breakdown for the main event of Forbidden Door, which was the Owen Hart Cup final between Swerve Money Making Strickland and my main man Will Ospreay. This is what I got so far. So this was a great match. Swerve used a psychological advantage throughout the match and took a lot of smack to Will. He had a phenomenal house call on the outside that I'd like to highlight. Will Ospreay also had a Styles clash on the announce table, which was a great spot. Both men gave it their all, gave everything in their arsenal. Even that big pressure in the middle of the ring for the near fall was a fantastic spot by Swerve. Um, Swerve hitting the hidden blade and Will Ospreay kicking out. Will Ospreay finishing the match with a buckshot hidden blade, which I don't think I've ever seen before.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
That 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 was something that made me jump out of my seat. And for Will Ospreay to get the win and for the Death Riders to be right there cheering them on. This was a fantastic match. 10 out of 10 lightning bolts for me. Um, and that this was a great, great, great match. Great match.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this really was 10 out of 10 match overall. I think again, when we're looking at everything that AEW did, I think the pay per view was a 10 out of 10. For real. I don't think there was
Yes,
a match that
yes,
disappointed. I don't think there was a match that lost a step, lost a beat, that didn't pick up with the same pace. I think everything as a whole, AEW, y'all hit the damn ball out the park. Pause. And Tony, man, look, whether it's just the weekly shows or the pay per views, man, y'all are killing this. Y'all are really showing what pro wrestling should be. And keep going, bro. I don't give a damn what these other idiots be saying. Keep doing it, man. You are doing great work for pro wrestling. For real. We love to see
absolutely.
these promotions all working together, doing some. Look, if you can get even some more promotions into it, let's get MLW up in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Let's get a little bit of GCWs, maybe some House of Glory up in there. Let's throw some more other promotions in there. Why not?
One
I'm down
FW
for it.
even. One FW. I'm
Yeah.
with that. I'm with it.
Hell, I'll even throw in I'll throw in one that's not even on that level yet of May but I think it should be and it will be soon. Ashe, hell, throw Ashe Wrestling up in there.
Yes.
Throw them up in the mix. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Let's see
Yes.
Forbidden Door become a bigger Forbidden Door with more
Absolutely.
promotions. So yeah.
Because I would love to see Darius Lockhart versus MJF or Charity King versus Chris Statlander, different things like that. That would
Hmm.
be just great matches. That would be some great matches.
Yeah, man. That'd be great to see. So I'm looking forward to it. Again, look, y'all have got if you haven't watched AEW, check it out. Look, they come on every Wednesday on TBS. If you got HBO Max, 8 o'clock on Wednesdays. Same thing. You go around HBO Max Wednesday, when it's 8 o'clock, 8:01, you already see it pop up on the main thing. All right,
Absolutely.
Saturdays is Collision. 8 o'clock, same thing. Well, not the same thing. On TNT, it's for
Hmm.
Collision, but on HBO Max, it's the same thing. 8 o'clock, you'll see it come up on the main thing. Y'all need to check this out, man. If y'all haven't even seen Ring of Honor, check out Ring of Honor. I'm telling you, man. Keep watching, keep watching. I'm telling you, we ain't gonna stay in the wrong way, in the wrong direction. And of course, Empress, that's just what it is. We see good wrestling. I gotta show the other people
Hey,
so people know about it.
listen, we love the game over here. We love the game. So we're
Yeah,
gonna
man.
just be to as many people as possible, man. So we love wrestling over here.
That's right, man. So yeah, let's see some more wrestling promotions come up. I'll tell you, man, I'm looking forward to it again. This is a 10 out of 10 show. Might have to put it in the caliber of maybe one of my favorite pay-per-views of the year. Um, it's not too early to say. We're about to be in July. So
Hmm. Hmm.
hey, I think it's cool.
I got a couple matches
But
in my match of the year award. Like I got a couple of these matches in my match of the year awards. So be on the lookout for the Power Surge awards. They are coming. They have to come in at the end of the year this year. So
I
I have some
feel
big
that.
names coming.
I feel that. I feel that. Yeah, man. But as always, please make sure y'all follow all of our social media, man. I tell y'all this all the time. Y'all know how this go. Facebook, we on that. X, we on that. Instagram, we on that. TikTok, on that as well. Hey, appreciate the love and support y'all been giving, man. Look, love how y'all be joining me on the live panels. I've seen y'all jumping on there, whether if I'm on the Hills for Life podcast, when it's going on for the cookout, or even if I'm on a live panel. You might see me on there with my man Polo. You might see me on there with OB Dub, what you did one time, but we'll see if you're going to do it again. And BJB, he be going live as well. So if y'all see me on the panels, hey, pop up on there, show us some love, throw a few gifts, throw some comments, throw a share, and throw some likes, man, because that's just what it is. And honestly, look, I tell y'all this all the time. Y'all keep liking it up, keep subscribing, keep throwing in the keep going in the comments. Look, you see who we had in there. We had Empress up in here. Usually we got Nicole up in here. And sometimes we have Lucky, not Bland. Y'all know Zach always giving us a national holiday. BJ be in the comments himself. Okay, look, y'all go ahead, throw them comments. Look, we talk to you. We'll talk with you. We always do. Look, we love getting that kind of, that we like getting that engagement with everybody that's watching. So, man, look, y'all do that. Y'all keep following. Y'all keep, subscribing. And we're going to keep giving you that content the exclusive way. Come on, man. You already know what it is. But we talked about all of the great things that happen with AEW Forbidden Door. Man, when it comes to the match with Kenny Omega and Zack Sabre Jr., the match with Mercedes Moné and Maya World, the match with Will Ospreay, the Billy Goat, and Swerve, or we're talking about the Young Bucks. Okay, or Moxley and Bandito, or Tekla and my God, what's my girl name? Golly, what's Skylight? Skylight
Starlight Kid.
Starlight Kid. Yeah, 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 man. Look, and we're talking about any of those. Look, these people delivered. They did great work, and I'm proud of them. And we talked about everything with them. And I think again, keep it up, man. But as always, I'm your humble host, your man, your myth, your legend, Eric Knight. We had the one man, and come on, my guy BJ here with
Yes,
us, breaking
sir.
down AEW with us with the Future Shock podcast. So hey, look,
Yes,
love to
yes,
see it.
yes.
Love to see it. But y'all know what it is, man. We are the Exclusive Knights, and we always ensure that we are the best there is,
Best there
the
is,
best
the
there
best
was,
there
and the
was,
best
and the
that ever
best there
will
will
be.
be.
And to ensure that your nights will never be the same. Y'all be good. And remember, that's
That's
straight.
true.